Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. Yeah, today, quiet day, but I've got a bit of time to catch up on some of the altcoins. And I think that's useful because VeChain as well is moving nicely into the desired direction. Yeah, as indicated, we need to be careful at this stage. This can still all be a corrective wave pattern at the moment, but as long as the wave 2 down here is holding at 2.2 cents, we can be carefully optimistic. Especially as long as we are above this ascending trend line here as well. Yeah. So for now, it's going in the right direction. VeChain is still below the 88.7% FIB level. So AVAX, for example, has now outperformed VeChain, and AVAX is back above the 88.7% FIB level, which makes AVAX again something to consider more seriously, because as long as a coin is below that level, I'd say be careful, yeah, because this is sort of a magical level. Below that level is the last level on the FIB ladder. Below that level, it has a negative impact on the sentiment around a coin. But if a coin can recover quickly, and I mean VeChain is on the right track, then it's not too much of a problem. Now, VeChain is currently going in the direction as indicated in the last video. It's really just a quick update here from the low. We could count a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, a wave 3 to the upside. That wave 3 is not complete. As you can see, we've only done a wave 1, we've done a wave 2, and we're now in the wave 3 of 3. Just a reminder where the target is for that small wave 3. I think it's around 3.29 cent. Now in the last video, I think we were around 3.2. We are now at, we were at around 3.1. We're now at 3.15 cents, so we've made it close to that level at 3.29 cents. And how much more do we need to do from where we are now? It's only around 3.8%, and then we can see we've done the minimum requirement to achieve here this wave 3. Now it's not a long way to go, and I think it's got a good chance to get there. Looking at this is also looking like a bit of an ascending wedge, which will lose steam at some point, and that makes sense because after a wave 3, we'd expect a wave 4 retracement. So let's say we get to 3.29 cents, then you would expect a wave 4 to the downside before we go up in a wave 5, and that wave 5 could then finish off the larger wave 3. Now, what would be the retracement in a wave 4? We can already put that onto the chart. Or first of all, let's just put the target area on the chart for the small wave 3. That would be between the 1.618 level and the 200% FIB extension. So maybe we start a little bit lower, like that. This is where I would expect wave 3 ideally to get into. Maybe we only touch it. Yeah. Sometimes we already reverse just below that box. Be aware of that when taking profits. From here then, if we say, all right, we get to that 3.29 or 3.3 cent level only, then we would expect that wave 4 to get into the region between the 23.6% and the 50% FIB level. Yeah, ideally only between 23.6 and 38.2, so between 3.05 and 2.89 cent. So I leave it like that for now, but we could also stretch it out into the 50% FIB retracement. And that's pretty much where we are. And afterwards I would expect a wave 5 to the upside as indicated here on the chart, and then a larger wave 4 down and a wave 5, and only then we can consider this impulse as complete. And again, all of this movement would then again be corrected down in an ABC structure like this. Yeah. So also here, you see it on the price. You don't need to look at the indicators even, because they just reflect what the price is doing anyway most of the time. So here, pushing higher, yeah, you can see on the RSI on the 4-hour chart a bearish divergence appearing, just what we see on the wave count anyway. That's why I rarely use those indicators. I mean, sometimes for support, but really they are just a reflection of the price, really. Nothing new yet that you can really see there. If you know how to read the price, you don't need those indicators. I can tell you straight away that we see here a bearish divergence because we saw this ascending wedge which often appears when you see a bearish divergence anyway on the chart. So this means we're losing steam a little bit, we're making less higher highs, yeah, and that makes only sense. As we approach the wave 3 area, we're running out of steam, and we'll soon get that wave 4 reversal before we move up in another wave 5. Yeah, we're just testing here this yellow line on the RSI. At the moment we still have a bearish crossover here, and if we push once more higher, that could also help the price to push higher on the 4-hour chart here. On the daily, we are already in the overbought range, so also here we can expect soon a move to the downside. No bearish divergence on the daily yet. That would rather suggest we push a little bit higher, which is good. Also here the MACD still pushing higher on the daily. All of that sort of adding towards the bullish case. Here the 4-day chart is impressive. The 4-day chart is really, really nice and really good. This already gave you a buy signal on the 30th of June. That's why I often look at the 4-day chart when I look at indicators, because they are very meaningful. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. So this is going higher, and we saw even a bullish divergence. I can't remember if I covered it. I think I did at some point when we looked at this bullish divergence on the MACD we saw here on the 4-day, and that is meaningful. And then a reversal to the upside. I said it a while ago in the Bitcoin video. If we see a bullish reversal, a bullish divergence on the 4-day chart, and the 4-day is then turning to the upside, that can lead to quite a bit of a push to the upside. That is exactly what we see here at the moment. Volume isn't quite there yet on VeChain, on the VeChain chart. That is the only thing that is annoying me a little bit. There isn't really a lot of volume happening or around at the moment. The weekly chart also has turned to the upside, and also bullish crossover here on the weekly RSI. I mean, all of that suggests we could really be in the beginning of this uptrend. So it's starting to get really interesting. Maybe one more look at the very short term here on the hourly once more. So again, it's a trend line you could just draw here to understand when wave 3 might be finished. I think as long as we are in wave 3, we should see this trend continue. Here as well, we see a little bit of a bearish divergence on the 1-hour chart. MACD is just pushing higher, would suggest, yes, we are going into this green area. So yeah, it's nothing that would contradict here my overall Elliott wave count and the scenario. So let's see if we get to that area and then reverse in a wave 4. Hopefully you liked the update about VeChain. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.